Hi. I didn't want to wait until Saturday to share this story with you. And Yelena really gave me the inspiration to share this story. I think I think you'll be able to relate to it, each of you, in your own way. So, Yelena was talking about fear and anger. Boy, did I have a bout of, yeah, fear was in there, but big, big, big bout of anger, which had not happened to me in a really long time. Doesn't happen to us, does it? I hadn't created that in a really long, long time, like years. So it really blindsided me. And there's two things about this that strike me as something I'd like to share with you. One is that I would say a series of events led up to my old swan song, I call it, my old story of poor Lori, poor Lori. Did you ever hear Sid talk about poor Sid, poor Sid? It's exactly how I felt. The litany, poor Lori. She didn't get she didn't get the children, she didn't get the grandchildren, she didn't get, this or that, or what's wrong that those normal things that people do in life escaped me. So that's how it all started, right? And I'm going further down the rabbit hole, sort of realizing it, but I was feeling really justified in going with that. Uh, like there was like this feeling of I deserve to be really, really pissed. So I got really angry at the universe. How dare you? I can laugh about it now, but I'll tell you, I was not laughing about it when I was going through this. It was really, really awful at the time. But I'll tell you, there was like, a little, when you really, like if you're down in a mine, right? Far down in the ground, and there's a little sliver of light, you have some hope. So that's what happened, that there was enough hope because even though I hadn't been so low in such a long time, there was enough intelligence to know that it's temporary. It won't last forever. No experience lasts forever. I'll pop out of it when I least expect it, when I'm not thinking about it, when I'm thinking about something else, right? Isn't that how it goes? So the other thing I wanted to share with you is that having that little piece of understanding that was pretty covered up with a lot of mud, a lot of gunk, but having that little piece of understanding that there is a healthy outlook and that there's something to see, there's something to learn, there's something to understand here. So, what I realized in retrospect, in reflection, I realized that I had a disappointing experience with a man, maybe 6 months. Well, actually, I think it was last summer. So more than 6 months ago, right? That your dreams get, you get inspired and you hear enough I don't want to call it sweet talk because we really thought, gee, there's an awful lot here that we might be able to form a relationship. Well, that did not happen. It was like when we really got down to things, we were on two different wavelengths, which the stories are pretty interesting, but I don't have to go into the stories. I just want you to see the outcome. The outcome, even though I had like slammed the door shut, right? Like, I'm done with dating sites. This isn't for me. He's gonna have to knock on my door, the knight in shining armor. Um, that whole thing about the Cinderella complex that women talk about, why do we have to grow up with those fantasy stories? And then something happened. I can't tell you what happened in particular, but I woke up and I felt enormous hope. And so I got curious about that. Like, where did that come from? In such a bad space now for like a week or so, maybe even longer. So I wake up with this ray of hope. And in reflection, I realized that I needed that. That slamming the door shut was an act of disappointment, outrage, like self-righteousness. I don't know how to label it, but I think you can get the gist of that feeling when you say, nope, I'm done. That's it. Never again. Not going on another dating site ever. And that did not dawn on me at the time. I thought I had intellectualized that was a good thing because my guy's not going to be on a dating site, just no, that's not where my guy's going to be. That was my thinking. Who knows, right? Who knows? I have two nieces from a dating site, so they work for some people. So in retrospect, what I saw was the either or is where I get myself in trouble. And I wonder if the same thing happens for you. Like when you say either this or that, either I'm going to be on dating sites and I'm going to be meeting men, or I'm cutting it off totally and it'll happen when it happens. Well, that's the most true, is that wavelengths connect. It happens when it happens. We are not in charge whether we're on dating sites or not on dating sites. It's not about those things. It doesn't have to do with the mental calculation and figuring out, should I do dating sites? Shouldn't I? All that stuff. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with trust and faith. And that was the big lesson that I didn't realize. I thought that I had gotten to a point of really, really trusting. I mean, I spent, from 6+ months being really okay with how life was. I was enjoying my solitude. I was enjoying just being on my own and doing what I wanted to do. There was so much that it's simple. I was enjoying the simple things of life. And not like I wasn't noticing, walking here or there, and I'm noticing if there's an attractive man, someone I'm attracted to, that would happen. But it was just so easy. But there was this piece missing. And that's why when I went into that anger, it was really useful. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? That bad feelings could be so useful. My friend Zia pointed out there's a Buddhist saying, no mud, no lotus. Isn't that great? No mud, no lotus. Out of the yuck, disappointment, upset. How could you abandon me, God? How could you? I've given so much. The mind is really funny, the creativity. Yeah. So I think that's all I want to say. The most valuable thing that I got, the lotus in this, was that it's not about blind trust. That's where I was. I was in blind trust. Like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to trust in the universe. I didn't even realize that I was like convincing myself to trust in the universe. It's pretty funny when you think about it. And so I really see that. What else is there? It is what it is. Life unfolds, and it's how we are interacting with it, how we're thinking about the details, the events that happen. That's the experience we're going to get. It's not like um, being a mother, being a wife, being a girlfriend. It's not like those titles, those things are going to give me what I want. Because what I want is in the moment that I'm in a nice state of mind. And none of us are there all the time. So I hope this helps, that when you get scared, fearful, angry, that you have enough of that light that lets you know it's temporary and there's learning here. There's something to see here. Okay. Looking forward to seeing you in a few days. Saturday. Yay. Bye for now.